The federal government has finally initiated plans to enlist the services of an external auditor to verify the 2.7 trillion naira fuel subsidy claim by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited against the government. The yet-to-be-named auditor will assist the Office of the Auditor General of Federation in determining the real amount owed by the government. This development comes 5 months after the plan was proposed at the monthly Federation Allocation Accounts Committee meeting in April 2024. NNPC claimed an outstanding of 6 trillion naira but was reduced to 2.7 trillion naira after an initial audit by the audit firm KPMG. The audit would span from 2015 to 2021, although the Director of Home Finance at the Ministry of Finance, Ali Mohammed, has already provided updates at every FAC meeting. The latest development for an external auditor indicates that no concrete step has been taken to audit the claim. On May 30, 2023, a few hours after the subsidy is gone declaration by President Bola Tinubu, the NNPC Group Chief Executive Officer Mele Kyari told State House correspondents that the federal government still owed the firm the sum of 2.8 trillion naira spent on petrol subsidy. While saying the NNPC footed petrol subsidy bills from its cash flow, Kyari said the government had so far been unable to pay back the 2.8 trillion naira. I'd like to bring you in on this one first, Mufasa.
Well, I don't really know. I'm confused.
What do you mean?
I'm confused because we are subsidy. How can we still be talking about subsidy? You say you are owing and we are still paying. My sister, you see, Nigerians are, I don't know.
This is a backlog. It's not talking about something that happened now or during this administration.
These are issues that they keep using to mesmerize the people. Okay, the NNPCL has become like a criminal organization. I'm responsible for what I say here. It has become a criminal organization. I'm bringing a senior auditor to come and audit what? After the audit, what will happen? What will happen? And they just want to pay people big money to engage in an exercise in futility.
Now hold on. If you you feel like the NNPCL has become a criminal organization,
I believe
in
so.
Your words,
I believe so.
What are the occurrences? What are the things that have happened that have made you come to this conclusion?
A lot of allegations have been leveled against this agency, this group.
But if you call them allegations,
I'm coming. When an allegation is made, it is expected for the agency to come out with tangible facts and evidence to say this is not true. NNPCL is owned by Nigerians. It's not owned by the president. I have every right to demand an accountability from the management of NNPCL through the government. The so-called 2.8 trillion naira they're saying they are owing, at what point was this money paid for? At what level did they start paying the money? Now, we are told before now that some persons were diverting products that were subsidized to other countries and all of that. In fact, names were mentioned. Nothing has happened. A lot of deals are going on in the NNPC that Nigerians are unaware of.
That you are aware of?
See, the people have come out to make allegations. Even the former CBN governor has made allegations to that effect. Let us not begin to feign ignorance of these things. But what I know is that it will get to a point when they'll be left with no other option than to tell Nigerians the truth. Because I know for a fact, owing by what we've had in the past, that all this auditing and all of that is just a charade. We've had several audit exercises on government agencies that Nigerians has asked what is going on in those agencies. One of such is the one of such is the NDDC, and you saw what happened in the forensic audit and all of that. What you and I know. These are assets of the people. So I stand here bold to say that whatever that is going on in the NNPCL, I and Imusa, when Mufasa, deserve to know.
All right.
Because I'm coming. Because this is a democracy. We are not operating a military regime. I have every right, just as you and Chief has a right to say, we want to know. But unfortunately, what we see is an organization that is shrouded in secrecy, that you see people who consider themselves the owner of it. Otherwise, I see no reason why some individuals will lay claim to NNPC and begin to do business and collect profit to fill their pocket. Our refineries, are they working? Do you have any functional refinery in this country? But we have people working in NNPC. What are they doing?
This audit, is this not a step towards transparency to Nigerians, Chief?
My point, it is actually, every audit is a step towards transparency. However, when too many audits are being carried out and we are not seeing the findings of these audits are not made public to Nigerians, for Nigerians to have a say, and for people to, those that are actually implicated based on these audits, for them to be brought to book, and when things are done in a hidden manner, it becomes a problem in the country. Now, like he said, I want to support him 100%. These are all, diversionary measures. You just say, okay, we want to audit, just to make sure that Nigerians are... There is no need for you to even inform us, for Christ's sake.
I thought we wanted transparency.
For Christ's sake. Now, let me tell you something that the government fails to understand. Yesterday, Nigerians were extremely quiet. From the End SARS protest, we've had another one called the End Bad Government. We are understudying their moves and everything. And every day, Nigerians are getting smarter. The next protest that Nigerians are going to carry out in this country, the government will not be able to infiltrate, because every of their moves, all their strategies are being currently understudied, and these measures are going to be put in place to ensure that when the protest is taking place again, that there is result actually. For Christ's sake, we are not babies. NNPC will come to us and tell us that people are still being owed 2.6 trillion just of recent. Even before this statement, just of recent. We all heard the NNPC was talking about there is no subsidy. However, they are paying from their cash flow. This is in the landing cost, blah, 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 blah. And he also mentioned subsidy 2-3 times in the statement, which confirms that subsidy that they claim that has been removed is still there.
So is that what you're making reference to when you said he didn't know?
What are you paying for? Hold on. If you say we are not paying for subsidy and you tell me that you're subsidizing the landing cost of PMS, what is that called? For Christ's sake. Now the government is a government that lies from the inception that they got into power. They have been lying to Nigerians, and they will not stop lying to Nigerians, and they believe that Nigerians are fools because they are just out there to do business with a country called Nigeria. Today, a company that is owned by the president, or in fact his family members, Uwando, has bought over Ajip Oil. Same thing in Nigeria today. All the filling stations that are... Hold on. For Christ's sake, the records are there. You can go to corporate affairs and check. Do you have how many Tinubus in this country? Today, all the...
Was it stated that it was owned by Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Please. We know these things.
What do we know?
Let's not act as if we don't know.
That's what I'm asking you. So
Owando as a company is owned by the family of the president. Look, go and check. It's a verifiable fact. There are statements there. It's not hidden. They have not come to deny that they don't have a hand in Owando, that they are not shareholders in Owando, that they don't, in fact, they are not just being shareholders, that they are not majority shareholders in Owando. For Christ's sake. So let's just leave that aside. Today, all the NNPC retail stations have been managed, have been owned by the same Owando today in Nigeria. So for Christ's sake, Nigeria is a business venture where people have just said, okay, we'll carry this country to business, as they used to say in the streets,
Chief Luckyman, I was going to ask you earlier, before you wanted to finish your statement, when you talked about hidden moves by the NNPCL. Were you making, what exactly, I was going to ask you what exactly you were making reference to. Is it the same subsidy that you got to explain later?
No, listen, when I talk about hidden moves by the NNPCL, has the NNPCL been very, very sincere with Nigerians? You say you are a private company today, isn't it? NNPCL is private, owned by Nigerians also. NNPC was owned by Nigerians. NNPCL is also a Nigerian entity owned by all of us, for Christ's sake. But that company has shareholders, let's not forget. Nigerians in general are not shareholders. That NNPCL has shareholders. It has board members. It has everything that controls NNPCL. So they call the shot. It's a private company. It's their business.
All right, Chief, I assume you're done with that, but let me quickly ask you, Mufasa, before we go on a break. Nigerians have been calling for the sack of Mele Kyari because of all of these things that have been happening with the NNPCL.
Well, I'm not one of those Nigerians.
Why?
I mean, what I want is a complete overhaul of the entire system.
Not just Mele Kyari.
Because when you sack Mele Kyari, who brings the Usosi Mele Kyari? A lot of people have been sacked and new people have been brought in. A template has been set in place. That was how we brought in this new CBN governor, and you know, nothing new is happening there. So if the foundation is rotten, I doubt if anything you put on top, it becomes inconsequential.
What do you mean by a complete overhaul?
What I'm saying is that the NNPCL, like you rightly said, we don't even know who owns NNPCL, whether it's Nigerians or it's a few persons or that. It is everything, like I said before, is shredded in secrecy. Okay? That is why I'm saying that the people we have in the national, this is their responsibility, for crying out loud. They are not doing anything. It has not become a party government.
You expect them to do something?
Yes, because they are the ones who are supposed to be asking these questions on our behalf. It is a parliament. Their core responsibility to scrutinize the executive arm of government. They have not become bedfellows. But the president comes and tell you this is what I want. You see the same president comes and tell you those who I say and all of that. So we are just the pawn in the chessboard. They move up and down, and whenever you come out to speak, they suppress you and hip hop allegations.
Why would you say that the National Assembly are not doing anything?
They are not.
Why would you say that? Because recently, what about when they called in Mele Kyari, and then that was exactly when Mele Kyari made statements about the Port Harcourt refinery being functional at the first.
Is Port Harcourt refinery functional?
But that was where did he make?
So if he made such a statement, it's not your responsibility to counter that.
Was it the way the National Assembly called him in for questioning?
The National Assembly itself is not functional in this country. I'll tell you something. Nigerians are protesting that the hardship in the country is just way too much. And a Senate president will come to say he knows that Nigerians are sorry, but that the president cannot die for Nigerians. And they went ahead to go and buy a new jet.
Without telling Nigerians.
Without telling Nigerians.
Until the jet was seized.
They have even bought the jet even before they were even saying all those things. Well, the one used in the US is how many years old, and they've been maintaining it. What is wrong in maintaining, giving that jet the needed maintenance that is? We have 3, for Christ's sake, that are grounded.
They seized all. They've all been seized.
They talked about the jets being faulty.
And they brought about embarrassment, embarrassing.
It's not like the government just woke up and decided to get a new jet.
The government woke up and decided to get a new jet.
That's what you think.
No, that is what
Nigerians know. Without the old ones being faulty or any...
No, hold on. That is what Nigerians know. Let me tell you something.
Yes, please.
This is your studio. If any of your cameras are going bad or are becoming faulty, it is your place to ensure that that camera is fixed before your next show. Am I right?
Very correct.
And that camera has to be in perfect, pristine condition so that you don't have any issues. We have a country where it's okay. We have bought cars for senators. After 3 years, let these cars, we just abandon them, buy new cars for them. Ones. And they say, vote another 100 and something billion, 200 and something billion for them to buy cars. They are criminals.
But that's a very serious statement.
No, it's not serious. No.
Just call people criminals.
No, listen. When you decide to sit on the commonwealth of everybody,
for your statement.
Yes, I am. Yes, please, I am. When anyone that decides to sit on the commonwealth of Nigerians, that decides to mismanage our resources out of his own greed, is a criminal.
All right, let's go on the show.
Former President Obasi has even called them that.
Oh, okay.
Senator Ali Udume called his colleagues kleptocrats. Is that not the technical name for it? What's the meaning of kleptocrats?
I don't understand.
Senator Ali Udume called his colleagues kleptocrats. So let us not begin to say being a judge.
Let's take some time off.